But yeah, I'm glad that they fast forwarded through that segment because honestly, it's not a fun segment.
Wait, you're glad the game glitched out and fast forwarded through that segment?
Yes, I'm super glad that
The
happened.
game, like how you said they, as if like the game gods, like the game itself or something.
The Shadow Play / Mirror's Edge gods.
Fast forward through
Just
it. You know how many times I had to play that section over and over again to make sure it didn't fuck up? It ended up fucking up anyway. Fuck that game.
honestly,
God.
that section is the worst.
I
It's
know, but I
one of
still had
the
to play it like
worst.
5 fucking times.
And now we've rescued your sister, except not
But at
really.
what cost?
Except not really.
True. We're just gonna catch her again.
I wonder how they. I guess if Celeste sold them out, it would make sense for them to know where Merc is.
Yeah. Probably knows exactly where he lives.
I couldn't stop him.
It's a shame I don't really know you that well, dude.
I got some of the bastards, though.
Where'd they go?
Alas, poor York. I knew him, Horatio.
The mayor's place?
Yeah.
I really didn't know him that well, though.
Let me get someone a doctor.
Horatio, please.
I'm sorry, Merc. I'm so sorry.
No sorries. Just don't let them win.
You'll win through the
Oh.
power of friendship.
I won't, Merc. Promise.
Just put your hands together and get a permanent marker and
Such
just
a-
draw a smiley face on it.
Such a moment for a guy we've only heard on the radio and who we've only known for 2 hours.
Yeah. He's had literally whole minutes of screen time.
This game might be too short for its own good. In some respects.
Yeah, I'm glad it didn't overstay its welcome as many games love to do, but I feel like they needed more time, and not time like in these levels, but just time to just establish who these people are and what they're doing and why.
Yeah.
There's like a if you like instead of the cutscene, what if instead you were like at like a hub level and you just could talk to people for a bit between missions? That'd be interesting. I hate the start of the level, but I love the song
Yep.
here.
Reminds you-
It's a great like closer.
This
Like, you
specific
see-
piece of music reminds me of the soundtrack from Dust Force on PC.
Yeah.
Just look it
I
up
mean-
if you like this.
Like this with the level architecture in the song, this game clearly establishes this is the last level of the game. You are done after this. Like it's making that point very clear. And you notice that like you're using a lot more shadow as the game goes on than you were in the beginning of the game. Like the beginning of the game was super bright, but now that whiteness is kind of like contrasted by shadows.
Lots of blur, lots of dark.
Yeah. And that's also how you know that you're getting to the end of the game. And man, this audio is not synchronized at all.
Bet. I think I tried with this one, and then I said fuck it.
Yeah.
Wait for it. Wee. It's like the most silent door opening ever.
Yeah.
You think the designer at some point had a moment where he built that puzzle and he was like, "Yeah, man, fuck locked doors. Am I right?" It's like, I don't
Another
care.
combat room.
Combat rooms.
I actually like the idea of you having this violent fight to that gentle music you had in the beginning of the game of this level.
It's a neat idea.
That would have been cool. I wish they didn't have one generic fight music
It's like
that they
super
use in all
pumping.
the fights.
Can't remember. There are definitely games that have done that to good effect. What you just mentioned earlier about using like soft music for a final
Yeah.
fight. It is, but
Like it's a great contrast. It's something that is done a lot, but it works. At least for
the
me.
newest threat to children, running. Are your children safe? Is your radio transmitting secret messages? Let us know. Man, what a great color. Look at that one red chair. What a great color blue.
I love this game's shading.
I spent like
Yeah,
5
it's
minutes
color.
syncing this. Check this shit out.
Good work.
Man, this is a badass scene.
I don't know how there's no recoil when he fires those fucking Desert Eagles.
He's just super trained.
It's that good. Just look at his hair. That's how good he is.
He's like he belongs in Wanted with that kind of outfit.
Yeah.
Rope burn?
He's got like super arched eyebrows,
You know, his
slick
face
back hair.
isn't terrible. Like compared to a lot of other people in this game,
Oh,
his
his looks
face
way
isn't
better
that
than
bad.
most.
Yeah,
His-
it looks pretty alright.
No time to explain more. Take this comms unit.
It's
like
probably
the-
because his face is very stark compared to everyone else's face,
I'll hold
Well, it also just looks better when it's kind of rigid. Like Ropeburn looks kind of like shit, but he looks fine.
and the shadows help complement it too. Like where the other characters are in kind of like in bright light when they're on the screen. The fact that
So-
his face is partially concealed by shadow also helps make him seem a bit more menacing.
So I want you to, just so you and the audience understand this, you know how I sync that audio to the gunshots during that cutscene? And like
Yeah.
all the dialogue? I didn't change the footage or the audio, it just came unsynced. That's how bad it is. Even if I sync it, it unsyncs itself because the footage keeps interrupting and
That's
shifting
so
where the audio
weird.
goes. Yeah. The footage
That's
is freaking
so
out like
weird.
like during the recording the footage would drop to like 20 frames a second for like
I guess as
half
long
a
as the
second
cutscenes are
sometimes.
synced, the rest doesn't really matter.
I synced all the cutscenes, all the in-game and the out-of-game cutscenes. I just didn't sync except the Project Icarus one a while back, but I didn't sync any of the gameplay because I said fuck it, I'll either delete it, not care, or put it over the soundtrack or something. Like I might do you a favor, Brandon, and just put the easygoing soundtrack over all this fighting.
Yeah.
That might be more interesting.
I do
Yeah.
love this game's soundtrack, and I can't wait till the end credits because I love this game's main theme.
Oh, it's fantastic.
It's funny because like
Of
this
the
and
two
Portal
songs
came out at the
called
same
Still
time,
Alive.
and both yeah, like it was a joke at the time because both this and Portal came out at roughly the same time, and their themes were both still alive.
Yep, and you know, much as people would hate me to say it, I think this is the better Still Alive theme.
Oh, I agree.
I love it way more.
I have it on my MP3 player even right now after all these years.
Isn't it done by, I think, what, like a Swedish singer?
Lisa Miskovsky.
That is hella not English.
Hell, this was actually like the first, like one of the first few songs you could download on the PlayStation Store. It's still free to download on the PlayStation Store.
Totally can? Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
The main theme only, though, not the whole
Yeah,
soundtrack.
yeah. That's great.
But that's like the one song you want. Though I
You
would
know
listen
what?
to the Shards beginning theme. I would.
I just realized I was mistaken about the Frostbite thing earlier. Apparently this game runs on Unreal Engine 3. Makes more sense. Could have sworn it was Frostbite, but
That
I was
does make more
mistaken.
sense. I think Frostbite wasn't even around at the time.
Battlefield 3 the first Frostbite, or was it 4?
I
One of
think
those.
4.
4, yeah. 3 might have still been running on Unreal. Yeah, that's
I'm
weird.
sure someone will
I s-
correct us.
I'm sure, I am 100% sure that Catalyst will run on Frostbite because everything EA does runs on Frostbite. I think even their sports games run on Frostbite.
Yes, that's true. Everything like that's one of their features is that they no longer have to hire out to license out
Yeah.
an engine. They can do it with their own in-house one.
Yeah, which is interesting. We're almost done, man. It's
Oh,
almost the
man.
end. And then I
Oh
fell.
man, these jumps.
They're real not good. They're real bad.
Yeah, they are not great. Again, I love that song for this level.
It'd be great if I just put.
It's like electronic, but like not.
That's the most Brandon thing I've ever heard. It's electronic music. It's just not what we. It's not. What's the
It's
word
not
for
like
it?
it's not like typical electronic music.
Yes,
but
it's not mainstream electronic. It is
yeah.
more.
It's
I
much
would have to
slower
call
paced.
I would call Taylor over it. He'd probably be able to tell you what the hell the genre is. 'Cause
I'm not
sure
a
the
music
radio
guy,
would call
so
it.
like don't even bother.
The radio would probably
So,
call it chill, but I don't know. He was
Just
like
so
two-step
we're
or something.
clear, you did not
I did
edit
not
this to
edit
be
the
faster.
footage
It
on
just
this part.
is.
This is a glitch in the recording software.
Yeah, just for
Look at
record,
this
I want
shit,
to establish that like
I'm not doing
neither
this to make anyone
Sam nor
sick.
I sped this footage up. It's just naturally that fast.
Believe me, you'll know if I speed something up. Also, the audio is still playing at a normal rate. It's just the visuals, which I guess is great because this part sucks anyway. So fuck it. I don't care.
Yeah.
I would have sped
Honestly,
it up
like
anyway.
these last few levels, I almost wish we could see them in their full hideousness, but I'm glad that we don't. Oh my god, this section sucked. I
Well,
hated
yeah,
this
but,
section.
yeah, all the snipers make it suck. Just from a visual standpoint, it's very pretty. I like the idea of like this outdoor
From a design
courtyard.
standpoint, I love like we are out here at night and we see how different the city looks in the nighttime than it does in the day, and that's beautiful. But just the actual gameplay in this section is garbage.
What if cattle still have a day-night cycle? That'd be really cool. I think it would have to by today's standards.
Yeah, it's almost a requirement, and they're using Frostbite, which has done day-night cycles in the past. So
Yeah, NBA 2K17 has that real good day-night cycle.
God, this game is beautiful. It really is.
It's gonna look better on Frostbite. Although I think Frostbite, all you can really do for this kind of art style is just touch up textures. Like, there's not really much you can do to the art itself.
I guess if I had to describe this song, it's like beautifully haunting almost.
Yeah. I will send you the Dust Force OST because you probably will like a few tracks off that. Some of them sound very similar to this. Because Dust Force is also a
love my
speedrunning game.
fast-paced battle themes, but I also love my slower, more contemplative songs, and this is one of those slower ones.
Yeah.
And combat theme,
Yep.
because of course there is.
We're almost at the end. I think we're at the server rooms now.
Oh, the server room, that was terrible.
Yeah. Especially trying to do it without killing anybody, which
Like,
I
I
think
know
on my
the
first
ship-
run I did.
The ship, oh no, my all my playthroughs in this game have been pacifist. All
Yeah.
of them. I've never played with the guns.
It's not fun.
So
For the guys who do
server
Battlefield,
room
it's not fun.
is the worst for a guy like me, because it is literally just fighting.
If you don't fight, it just gets terrible later on.
Yeah. Here we go.
Almost.
So how many times did you hear Miller say, "Look around"?
Wait, does that happen when you first get up here?
Yes. When you first hit the server room.
I don't think I died too many times on this set of runs. But before, like when I first started this game, especially doing the pacifist stuff, I died constantly.
I freaking memorized that line after a point. Look around. Surveillance with the whole city right under your nose, Faith. Oh wow, that audio is also not synced.
Now let's put some music under it, whatever.
Yeah, so in order to get through this room, you don't have to beat them all. What you have to do is destroy all the servers.
Or just die.
Look around.
So yeah,
this
there
room
you go.
controls surveillance for the entire city.
It's a very interesting thought. Just did more with it, but you know, state of the game.
This is definitely not synced.
Oh, it's pretty great though.
So, like, if you're like me, what you ended up doing was knocking them all down and then punching the servers to death.
Yeah, I totally did that on my first run. I just punched everything.
What you really should be doing is making them shoot the servers with their guns.
Yep, that also works.
But if you're like me, you just ended up punching the... Because apparently Faith is so strong that with 5 punches, she can break a server.
I think it's fantastic that you can punch a server to death. It's kind of my favorite part.
Yeah.
Faith is actually a superhuman. We just didn't know.
Like, yeah, Faith is actually a superhuman. She's the first soldier. The first super soldier. She's Captain America. Or Captain Glass, I should say. Which is actually not that impressive a name. I'm
not
Captain Glass.
Sure. Why not? I think your superhero name could also just be Faith. You know.
No, that's her real name. You cannot have your real name and your superhero name be the same name.
Why not, Dad?
Because
Not
arch
cool.
nemesis.
That's right. They all want my family. I could have sworn I synced this, but I don't even remember. I guess the audio cutting out is my answer.
Yeah.
Hopefully I did. There you go. See, I resynced it.
Jackie, if you couldn't
I also sped up the footage by 112% because that's how jacked up the audio
find
was.
this,
Let's just say I know who the bigger fish are.
Callahan. Why us? We're no threat.
Classic warfare.
again, like, I can't really comment on this because they don't go into anywhere near enough detail to have a cohesive story here.
Those who just won't let go of the old city will be cut off.
Oh my god.
And this city can clean up the last of its.
I just remember like the first time I got here, I was like, wait, why is he evil? Like I couldn't really figure it out until like the third
He's
time I
evil
played it.
because he's wearing black
You did a remarkably
Naturally.
good job of coaching
And blue.
out all those loose ends surrounding Pope's
and red all over.
demise. It's why you're still alive.
So like, no. Also, this is the best dumb line ever. Right here.
You can't live on the edge all your life, Faith. Sooner
That
or
was the
later,
worst
you have
acting.
to jump.
It's so great.
It
just
is like
terrible.
it's like
Also,
he's
they're not even looking at
shouting
me.
while reading the script.
It's like he was walking out the door, like that was his last line in the whole game, and he's
Yeah.
like, "You have to jump, Faith. I'm going to lunch." And there you go. That's the end of the
Yeah.
game. That's it.
Congratulations, the game's over,
blew a
and
bunch
we
of
don't
servers,
explain
jump
how
out.
she got out of the shard from being on the roof.
Well, what's funny is that I noticed this when I was rewatching this ending today, re-recording this part. Is I don't know where the guards go, but they're just gone when they show
Yeah.
the Ilya shot.
And remember, we're on the roof. We have no way of getting down.
I don't know. It's just I like how they're just somehow like, yeah, we're fine. We're totally not gonna get arrested within the next 5 minutes. But that's why
Especially since
earlier,
she almost died from that fall.
that's also why I said though they kind of wrote themselves into a corner with this game. This
Yeah.
ending. Like, there's really nowhere else to go from here.
There's nowhere else to go despite there being nothing to do with this story. Like, there's no
Yeah.
story here, but they've already written themselves into a corner despite having no
Just like
story.
corner. I mean,
It's,
it's like
weird.
the only real sequel you could make is just like there's a new threat, or like the city went into disarray. But that's why I was glad when he said reboot. I was confused and glad because I was like, oh, thank God, because there's really nowhere else to do.
Yeah, because in verse
Start over.
they've strangely written almost no story, but with story they did write leaves no room for any other game in this franchise. It's weird when you think about it. Really weird. But oh my god, those vocals are beautiful.
Bias Stahl, lead animator. Good job, buddy.
I love this game's main theme.
Yep. It's the better Still Alive song. Fight me, internet.
Yeah. The other one's funnier, but this one's better.
That'd be weird if this one was
And
funnier.
it's funnier for the first 3 times you hear it. And then
Yeah,
it's
that
never
song
funny
also
ever
got
again.
real old. That
Hey,
good Portal got
hey
real old.
Sam, the cake is a lie. Remember? Remember? The cake is a lie.
There
Do you
was a
remember?
point when I
do you
thought that
fucking
was-
remember?
There
I
was a
do.
point where I thought that was funny, and then it just got thrown into the ground so hard.
It was funny.
It's got
It's
buried.
not, but it was.
People made sure it wasn't funny as quick as they could.
Yeah.
Anyway, Mirror's Edge. Thank you everybody for watching, those who did. Sorry that the commentary was kind of lacking towards the end, which is why we originally thought we would just do one episode for this.
Yeah.
You know, but
works.
as it is, I'm glad I showed the whole game for those maybe who only saw the first half, in which case,
See,
good, you only
writing
played
and
the good part.
co-story designer Rihanna Pratchett.
Yeah, on the Wikipedia, she's listed as the only writer.
Yeah.
Like, that's
Literally,
it.
they designed the levels, and then they went to her and said, "Here are the levels. Write a story now."
Oh, weird for a video game.
Documented fact. She's gone on record to say that's what happened with Mirror's
Oh,
Edge.
there you go. Soundtrack performed by Solar Fields, if you want to look them up. But anyway, so
Yeah.
Mirror's Edge is still one of my favorite games ever, or as we jokingly
It's
say, the first half.
heartbreaking, but I love it.
Other than that, glad we got this quick out of the way, and if you're watching this and the next season isn't up yet, it should be up relatively soon from this point.
Just so you know,
Uh,
this was all done in a single recording session.
Yep. I thought about splitting halfway, and I was like, nah, it's only 2 hours.
Yeah.
But when this goes up, I don't know which will go up next. Either the next season of stuff, or we might end up doing we might debut our new series that we've been working on for like 3 months.
We'll probably
now.
end up doing both.
Oh, why you want to kill me, Brandon?
Probably
I
end up
have to do all the
staggering
editing.
a bit.
We'll see.
We'll
Either way,
see. It
something,
depends
one
on
of the
what.
two, if not both, will be going up.
Since Sam is the one editing, it's basically what he ends up feeling like doing.
Yeah, it'll be one or the other or both, but something will be going up soon
We do
after
plan
this.
to release them both. It's just a matter of when we release
Yeah.
them both.
And they're both cool. One of them is
Yeah.
not video game related. For any. Have fun with that.
Surprisingly enough.
Yeah. Anyway, so other than that, any other closing remarks, Brandon? I feel like we got most of them. Like,
Yeah, I feel like we've gotten most of what we could put in the closing remarks said as the Let's Play went on. I just want to close off by reiterating that I'm really excited for Catalyst.
yep.
And I feel like that is what they needed is not a sequel. What they needed is a second chance. And I think rebooting this idea is probably the best way they could have gone about it, honestly.
Yeah, I don't know what else you could do with it, so definitely seems like the best.
And hopefully, I hope when this game came out, they were paying attention to the reception, because it's pretty much universal that by the halfway point, the game just kind of stops being good.
Well,
That's-
I guess luckily for them, I suppose, it seems like the problems with the game are pretty well defined
Yeah.
by this point because the game's been out for so long. Like, I feel like it's pretty easy to find out what was wrong, and people are not divided really at all about what's bad.
They really
Like-
aren't.
There's really nobody out there who's like, no, the Shard's a great level. Like, I never seen any articles that are like critical takes on the latter half of the game being great.
I hear at best people say the second half is okay. At
Yeah.
their most charitable.
But I definitely know a lot of people who say like, no, I just play the first level over and over and just try to master that because that's the most.
That's like the time trials in this game are like where it's at.
Yeah.
Honestly.
So if you've never played this game before, give it a shot. Otherwise,
You can get it on the cheap now.
yeah, it's like $5 on a Steam sale, or if
Yeah.
I bet if you find it at a GameStop, it's got to be like $5 at this point.
Well, usually buy it on Steam now, it's probably like $8 or $10 at the most.
I don't know if they ever brought it below 20. I don't know. Sure, I can look it up real quick.
They would have had to.
You never know, man. It's a EA game. It's 20,
Oh, holy shit.
but it goes on
That's
sale
a-
for $5 all the time.
At this point, that's overpriced.
Yeah, but Call of Duty 4 is still like $20.
That's because it's Activision, though.
Yeah.
Activision doesn't know how to do PC sales at all.
It's big enough for $5 if you could find it. Other than that, this has been Sam Callahan with Mr. Brandon Carey, and we will see you guys in the next Interactive Friction. Bye,
Yeah.
everybody.
Take care, guys. Oh, shit.
We're recording.
I wanted to call you Petite Asian Lady when we started this.
Why?
The nicknames.